you want a tour? Let me put you on to some new work. Grilling this heat. I got the word on the street. Take heed, introduce you to some brand new things. Food for the soul, till you gotta blow. Food worth forking, take it on the go. In tune, serving it up on the road. Tell you all about it on the special. This here's something you don't wanna miss. Get you every week with a new dish.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Food Worth Forking. I am your host, Laura Williams. Welcome. And if this is your first time joining Food Worth Forking, welcome. And let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, why not? Why haven't you subscribed? Please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you get all notifications when there's new content and there's a new episode. I'm really excited about tonight. We are going to get things started and rolling. Listen, it's April. Can you believe that it is the first quarter of the year? It's over. We are officially, I believe, in spring. And today is April 1st. And we are getting ready for the spring and summer to have a great time. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's get it. So listen, April. This April is going to be, well, my focus is all about men. We are talking men's health, men's sexual wellness. How are we dating on our first date? Like, what are we doing? How are we showing up? Well, how is he showing up? And what type of date night can you create at home? And so much more, right? So that's what April's about. Tonight's the first episode of a 4-part series. So I'm really excited about it. And first up tonight will be a gentleman by the name of Jeff Abraham. And I'm really excited that he's joined me. He is the CEO of Promescent, which is a sexual wellness brand. And I'm going to talk about him and introduce him and get this show on the road, right? So let's get it. Here we go. All right. So let's see here. Let's go. So Jeff Abraham is the CEO of Promescent, a leading sexual wellness brand focused on making intimacy solutions more accessible and effective. After discovering a groundbreaking treatment for premature ejaculation developed by urologist Dr. Ronald Gilbert, Jeff invested in the product and became the majority owner, launching the company's flagship Delay Spray. Since relocating Promescent to Las Vegas in 2013, Jeff has expanded the brand into a full-spectrum sexual wellness company offering doctor-developed products for both men and women. Today, with over 5 million bottles sold and more than 4,000 healthcare professionals recommending the brand, Jeff continues to drive Promescent's mission to improve intimate health and confidence. So, listen, we are bringing Jeff to the stage.
It's a pleasure to be here. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm enjoying life. I'm going to lower the shade here because the sun's creeping in and it's causing reflection. There we go.
Nice. Nice.
Yes,
I'm excited. So listen, so I start off with some icebreaker questions, right?
Okay.
So until we get into the nuts and bolts of this conversation, we're going to start off with some fun facts we'll learn about you. So first up is steak dinner or tacos at midnight.
They both have certain appeal to them. I'd have to say steak dinner. I don't like to eat too late because I don't get good sleep. So even though I love tacos at midnight would mean I'd have to stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning unless I had a really good partner and we were both ready and raring to go. I don't know what I'll be doing for those 4 hours. So I'll go with the steak dinner just because hopefully it'll be at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, which is more appropriate dinner time for me.
That works.
Okay. I'm being practical there, you know?
That makes sense. I get it. I get it. All right. So, private chef or private jet?
How about a private chef on a private jet? But if I
Okay,
had
there
to choose
it
one or
is.
the other, I'd go
There it
private.
is.
I'd go private chef. Food is
Yes.
much more important to me. I can go commercial, still get there, meet a couple nice people on the way, have some good conversation, but food is my lifeline. And so private chef, definitely.
I love it. But I like that first answer. Private chef on a private jet. I'm with
Go,
it.
hey,
Yes,
go for the gusto.
I'm with it. All right, morning person or night owl?
Oh, definitely morning person.
Nice.
Definitely. I get up between 5:30 and 6 every day. I walk between 6.5 and 8 miles. I get a workout in. I'm at my desk. I'm productive. Towards the end of the day, I'm a little bit tired because I get up so early. So definitely enjoy the mornings better.
I love it. All right.
I'm
Okay.
fresh.
That's the best part of the day, the morning.
Exactly.
Best part of the day. Um, what instantly makes someone more attractive to you? Confidence, humor, style, or voice?
Definitely not voice. I'd say confidence, number one,
Okay.
humor, number two, style, number three, and voice, fourth. Now, voice is great, but that soon wears out and you just get used to it. I mean, everyone
Right.
knows they do some, oh, at first I love that accent. Oh my God, I love that voice. If it's not a quality person, eventually you go, that's nauseating. You know what I mean? It's the
Right.
quality of the person, the sense of humor, the style, those things last.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree. What's one thing people assume makes someone sexy, but actually doesn't?
Ego.
Mm,
Sometimes people think when they see the peacock strutting around, they see that unmitigated confidence and just almost like arrogance. It's like, what's behind that? But that's something that is, in a lot of cases, hiding some inadequacy. And in a lot of cases, that
mhm.
wears really thin. Somebody who's compassionate, caring, self assured, but not braggadocious or overconfident, it to me wears well, much better long term.
I love it. What's one quality every man should have?
Communication. Be good at communicating. Talk to your partner.
Indeed. Indeed. Um, what what's your favorite thing for breakfast? What's breakfast?
Favorite thing for breakfast would probably be any type of egg, scrambled, omelet, uh, some really good eggs with some avocado. I love guacamole. I love avocado. I try to
Yeah.
keep carbs at a minimum, even though I love bread and I love toast. I don't like to have a lot of it because it fills me up, and I feel the same amount of calories. I can get 2 more eggs and another avocado. So I go for what I like, the quality that I can still eat and maintain a good physical presence.
Love it. Okay, we have two more. Two more. One more. What song belongs on your ultimate late night vibes playlist?
Luther Vandross, Never Too Much.
Come on. Yes.
Oh, I'm a Luther fan. I saw him in concert 7 times before he passed, and every single time I went, that's the best show he's ever done.
I
I
love
grew
it.
up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and Luther Vandross and Jeffrey Osborne are my 2 favorites.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What and or who inspires you?
2 people come to mind. One is my late father. He was not successful from a monetary standpoint, but he taught me the right way to live. He really taught me a lot about being an ethical, hardworking, honest human being with compassion for all. That would be number one. Number two would be Barack Obama. I've never ever seen anyone with that much grace, that much dignity, and just a total class human being. And you had people for 8 years trying to dig up dirt and trying to make up all this nonsense about he was born in Kenya. He was the only thing they could ever do was make slanders that weren't true and then say he wore a tan suit after Labor Day. I remember that. You know what I mean? And
Yes, 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 yes.
If you have an entire half of a country trying to find dirt on you, and the best thing they can do is come up with a lie, and you wear tan suit after Labor Day, you are impeccable in my estimation. But the dignity and the self-deprecating humor and the class. Someone asked me, who would you like to have dinner with? And that was my answer, because he just is so affable, like the guy next door. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, think of what he's seen. Think of where he's been at being the president of the United States. And to be elected the president of the United States as the first African-American it just revolutionized things. I've always told people in my lifetime 3 things I wanted to see. I wanted to see an African-American president. I wanted to see a female president. And I also wanted to see a gay president, so that all the barriers that have existed in my lifetime would be removed. And we could literally say, at least I could literally say in my lifetime, I've seen a full spectrum of people to lead this country.
Nice, nice. And all those things can still happen.
I'm getting older, but we may have to have somebody knock over 2 at the same time, you know what I mean, for me to make it.
Yes. Okay, so we are about to get into you and Promescent. And so let's talk about, how did this happen? How did you, we know, or I know how you invested in the company, but where was the connection? How did this even get started?
Well, the company was founded by a urologist, Dr. Ronald Gilbert. He was a urologist at Hoag Hospital, Newport Beach. And he happened to be my neighbor, my friend, and my doctor. So I went in to see him for my yearly PSA physical in November of 2010. He said, hey, I developed this new product, and I know you're really a genius business-wise, because I moved to California with 2 suitcases and $500 and picked myself up by the bootstraps. I'd take the city bus to go to interviews, didn't even have a car, and eventually made myself successful, sold my company, retired by the time I was 53, and he knew me. And he's like, help me, I started this company, I need some of that wisdom. And I go, sure. And it was Promescent. It was the delay spray. So I ended up investing in the company and working with him, and he knew that I was pretty smart, and it was obvious I was making changes that really propelled the company forward. And they asked me to take it over in 2011, early 12 maybe. So I took over the company.
Wow. What, with that, in the beginning, I guess, what, other than the relationship, what drew you to the product?
It was something that I did my research before I invested, and I was unaware of this, but the PE market is larger than the ED market. Everyone knows Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, Stendra, all these different ED drugs. And at the time, I saw a special on 60 Minutes that talked about the ED market in legalized prescription medications was $6 billion, but they estimated for every 1 legitimate tablet was made, there was a knockoff made in Mexico or China. So really there were $12 billion of product being sold for ED. And then when I found out this market was as big, if not bigger, I went, oh my God, this is a real potential here, because it worked better than anything else in the space.
Okay. So how did you, the leading product is the spray.
Yes.
That's always been. So how did that start? And in the beginning, what are some of the top concerns? Well, I guess I'll first start, but what were some of the top concerns that you and the team heard about from people that needed help, that were like, okay, this really makes sense, and let's move in this?
There were 2 things that people were using prior to us. There was a delay spray, lidocaine-based delay spray called Stud 100. And it was lidocaine in its pure form. So lidocaine, if you can see my hand here, is surface your skin like a grain of salt. So it's a physical presence. It's a grain. And so it does numb you and allows you to last longer, but it numbs you, numbs your partner. And I tell people, you might as well be taking a spin class or a hot yoga class. Everybody's sweating, but no one's climaxing. Everybody's numb. So you're solving one problem and creating another. So what Ron did was create a eutectic formula, which changed the crystalline structure of lidocaine from that solid, that little grain of salt, to an oil aqueous mixture. So when you apply it, it goes subdermal, it goes beneath the surface of the skin. So the man maintains a much higher degree of surface sensitivity. It doesn't transfer to his partner. So it was really revolutionary. So first thing I did was patent it so no one else could have it, and it was ours because we developed it. And other product people would use, and they were called SSRIs. Now, SSRI is short for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. To anyone who's not in the business, they would go, I don't even know what that is. What's it? Those are the depression drugs, Paxil, Prozac, all those types of things. So they also allow a man to last longer, but they will eventually make it so you can't climax. And then you lose your libido, you get nauseous, you have dry mouth, nausea. I go, I'd rather have PE. If you have no libido and you don't have any desire to have sex, what good is that?
Right.
Yeah, the two things that existed, one was like putting out a candle with a fire hose, like SSRIs, it's way overkill. And the other one was ineffective. It didn't work because it numbed you up. So I knew there was a huge market. The biggest challenge we had was we weren't like Pfizer, a big pharma company, could spend $200 million on advertising to, introduce the product. So we had to really work hard in the urological community. We did a clinical study, and then people started recommending it, doctors. And then a lot of them signed up to be on our advisory board. And so people realized we went the medical route where people went, oh my God, look at all these professionals raving about this product. It works. So we developed a loyal following of customers. And the way we've grown is not having 7 trillion people all rushing to buy the product, is very slowly getting more and more people to try it, realizing it works, it's the best thing, and then getting on it and using it all the time. And then word began to spread. So our growth has been organic. It hasn't been we spent a gazillion dollars going out and saturating the airwaves. It has been because we have a very loyal base, but now we're very profitable, very solid. So we're advertising. We're still not spending $200 million a year in advertising, believe me, like they did, but we're growing solidly. We're just looking for vehicles and places to advertise that we think we're a good fit and will give us exposure.
Awesome. Why a spray, you think, over a topical gel?
The spray, the best way to get the efficacy is to use the eutectic formula, where it's eutectic and breaks down the lidocaine from an oil or a solid to an oil aqueous, is covered under a monograph. And the only way that you're allowed to sell that is through a delay spray, through the monograph. So the monograph basically says that the FDA has evaluated all the components and they find they've been around for 40 years, safely used. So that's how you can sell it over the counter.
Got it.
So it was the FDA regulations that indicated that it had to be a meter dose spray bottle.
Okay. And how does the spray affect the partner? More specifically, women.
As long as you wait, 7 to 10 minutes, it doesn't transfer to the partner.
Good.
So we recommend use that as foreplay. Go down on your woman, use a vibrator, just make out, caress, do whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a great time to almost set the timer and say, hey, this is a great warm-up period. Because foreplay is a big part of intimacy to begin with. The one thing I want to make sure everyone understands, and this is critical. So some people might be saying, do I have PE? And let me tell you what the medical definition of PE is. According to the International Society of Sexual Medicine and the Sexual Medicine Society of North America, premature ejaculation is defined as never lasting more than 90 seconds under any circumstance, whether it's self-play or oral or vaginal intercourse or whatever. I think that you'd be hard-pressed to say if you last 2 or 2.5 or 3 minutes, you go, oh, I don't need something to help normalize my intimacy. So let's step out of the realm of premature ejaculation. Let's talk about the average healthy male and female. Yeah. The average healthy male lasts 5 minutes and 42 seconds during penetration and thrusting. The average female without prior stimulation takes 18 minutes to achieve climax of penetration and thrusting. So even in healthy couples, there's a word for it in the medical community. It's called the arousal gap or the orgasm gap. So men and women aren't on the same schedule. That's why there's 7 trillion vibrators in the world. That's guys why guys start, think about baseball scores, think about their grandmother naked. See, all these different coping mechanisms to take your mind off of intimacy so that you don't climax too quickly.
Got it. Got it. What are the with that? What are the top three or top few? I will say top three things that your customers rave about with the product.
The ease of getting it. I tell people we have a website that is robust. We're the #1 best-selling product on Amazon. We are in Target, CVS, Walmart, Meijer, Wegmans, and HEB. And later this year, we'll be debuting in Walgreens. So we're everywhere. So the ease of what they can do it is one thing. But that being said, I always tell people start off on promescent.com, because if you do that, you see tutorials, you'll see all kind of instructional things from urologists on how to properly choose which product works best for you and how to properly use it and dose it. So I don't care where you get it, but start at promescent.com and educate yourself so you're buying the right product for the right reasons. That's #1. #2, I would say the things that people rave about is the control. There's not a man on planet Earth that, if he was honest with you, wouldn't tell you there's at least been some times in his life, if not many, that when he was in the throes of intimacy with his partner, he was aware that he was getting close to ejaculating and he knew his partner hadn't finished yet. And there's like this little devil on one shoulder, little angel on the other shoulder. Little devil's going, oh, just finish. It's going to feel so good. This is great. And the little angel's going, no, think about her. She's not there yet. That kind of stuff. That kind of anxiety is really bad. I tell people this, and I mean this with 100% sincerity. Anytime anxiety creeps into intimacy, it's not good. It ruins it. Okay. When you're intimate, you want to feel abandoned. You want to feel just in the moment, just going with it. Just let your emotions and let your body take control and just take you where it wants to go. Anxiety is the opposite of that. It's like, oh my God. Don't, not yet. So that's another thing that people rave about is the control that I have. Rather than being anxious and rather than worry about, can I last long enough to give her an orgasm? I now in my mind, I go, do I want to give her 1 or 2 before I'm done? And you're much more in control. That's a great feeling. Guys love to be in control. That's just human nature. I'd have to say #3, I tell people, don't focus on, well, the smaller bottle is $22.95, the larger bottle is $59.95. Here's what you need to focus on. How much does it cost per episode, per session, per encounter? I don't know what you refer to it as each time you're intimate. And the answer is between $2 and $3. If having superior relations and having better intimacy is not worth $2 or $2.50 or whatever, $3, depending on how much you use, then you're not in our target range. You want to bring value. We never want to be the cheapest. We want to be the best. And want someone to say, this value is really, really there for me. This value, the pleasure it brings myself and my partner, I can't put a price on it, let alone $2 or $3 each time we're in it. So those 3 things I would say: the control, the affordability and the ease of finding it and acquiring it. You can get it that day. You go to our website, you type in your zip code, it'll show you the closest places to you. And because we're in 3 major retailers and all the regionals, I don't think there's an area in the United States that's populated. I mean, certainly the Grand Canyon, that's an exception, but anywhere where people live, more than 25 miles away from just going to drive and pick it up. And a lot of people find, and I've had people tell me this, they type in their zip code and they go, there's 3 places within a mile. There's 2 Targets and a Walmart if you're in a city, like walking distance away. So it's very accessible. You can have it delivered to your door. You can, go pick it up. There's many different ways to acquire it. We've tried to make it as easy as possible.
Nice. This topic can be people are very apprehensive, or men specifically can be very apprehensive about either talking about it, showing up and talking at, having conversations and even, participating in a platform like this um, about the topic. Do you feel, have you run into a lot of those issues? And if you have, in conversations, how do you present in a way that, I guess, that, that men feel more comfortable?
That's an excellent question. I can assure you there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people listening to this, okay? But if you read out an auditorium saying we're going to have a talk, come do it and listen on premature ejaculation, it'd be you and I talking to an empty room. People don't want to be identified as premature ejaculators. That's why one of our stores, Walmart, for the longest time had our products behind a glass case. And I kept telling them, listen, I'm looking at your numbers versus targets per store. They're double ahead of you, because a lot of times people don't want to go say, oh, open up that door and get me my pee, that kind of a thing.
Yes.
So there's still a lot of shame involved. And that's because there's a lot of old wives' tales and a lot of myths that sometimes people think that if you prematurely or rapidly ejaculate, it's because you don't care for your partner or you're not strong enough mentally. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. There are 4 to 5 physiological reasons why you see rapid or premature ejaculation. Hypersensitivity to the penile nerves, prostatitis, low testosterone, etc. And I tell people that has nothing to do with mental strength. It has nothing to do with wanting to satisfy your partner. Having talked to many people who use our products, I can tell you this without question. They want nothing more than to satisfy their partner. Nothing more. Okay? Anyone who's suffering from this. And I will also tell you, why is it that if somebody has cancer, they're certainly not embarrassed to use chemotherapy. If someone's diabetic, they're not embarrassed to use insulin. So why is it if you have hypersensitivity or prostatitis or low testosterone, why should you be embarrassed about using Promescent? The answer is you shouldn't be. So I'm very big on saying this is you're not alone. There's a lot of people suffering from it. The key to getting better is educate yourself. Go out, find out what's out there. Because you'd be surprised how many men just stop being intimate, just stop dating. They're just embarrassed. They go, I'm not dealing with this. And make the best of what you have every single day. And don't be embarrassed about seeking solutions and products to help your intimacy.
Right. Well, I think one thing you said tonight that I thought was, that I think is really cool is that if you are, in case you are embarrassed or you want to really keep this private, that you have on your website, either videos or things you could learn or tools that's private. You could do it in the privacy of your own home. Or
you don't have to go to a doctor's office. You can order it right online. You have it delivered discreetly, and it comes in a brown envelope, a mailer or a shipper, and it just in the corner says APLLC. There's no premature ejaculation spray, no Promescent or something. It's completely confidential, and you can experiment and find out if it works for you in the confidence of your own home.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, you also have a women's line.
Yes, we certainly do.
And so how is that going? And what's your top, 1 or 2 products from that line?
There's 3 top products in women. And the first there's 2 different types of female arousal gels. They're warming, buzzing gels that allow a woman to start moisturizing, to start feeling the scent of libido and start feeling the feeling of arousal early, even before penetration. The second is we have a line of proprietary vibrators, a rabbit, a bullet, and a cock ring that allow for more and more pleasure. The third one is we have a men's version, a women's version. It's called VitaFlux. It's a nitric oxide supplement. And for those who don't know what nitric oxide supplements do, is they increase blood flow. So when they increase blood flow, they increase libido. Because anytime you increase blood flow, it doesn't just go to 1 or 2 areas, it goes to your whole body, including your genitals. And that's what gives you that feeling of libido, that feeling of desire is when you get blood flow into your genitals. It also gives women a more intense orgasm, and it allows a man to have up to 5% more rigidity in his erection because of the increased blood flow. So that's obviously an extreme positive. But it also has non-sexual benefits. Every single artery and vein in our body is covered by an epithelial layer. And what that does is it protects your body from absorbing any bacteria or viruses. But at the same time, it allows the absorption of hormones, vitamins, and minerals. Once we reach our mid to late 30s, that epithelial layer hardens, and then it actually gets better at keeping bad stuff out. But then it also gets good at keeping good stuff out. So your hormone, vitamins, and mineral levels go down. When they do, you gain more body fat. Every year after age 35 to 38, whenever you start having that happen, you lose 0.5% of lean muscle tissue, you gain 0.5% of body fat. That's why they have that saying about I work out twice as hard to stay in half as good a shape. So this reverses that. Women, when they lose that hormone, the hormone levels lower, they also lose the ability to naturally moisturize. And then that gets exacerbated with menopause, perimenopause as well. So we have hundreds of women that use that product specifically because they're able to regain the ability to moisturize. So there's non-sexual benefits. So in addition to the female arousal gel and the vibrator, VitaFlux for both men and women is a huge, huge success for us.
Awesome. Awesome.
Great
You have just really, you guys are like blowing out of the park.
We've done very well. And the reason we've done very well is because we're extremely focused. And we have a very, very narrow mission. We were founded by a very good man who, he's no longer with us, but Dr. Ronald Gilbert, who started the company. He was my friend. He unfortunately was murdered in a case of mistaken identity. Somebody that had prostate surgery 23 years prior decided he was going to kill the doctor, did the surgery, got the name wrong, and murdered the wrong person. It's tragic. So I've run this company in his honor, in his name, and he was a doctor. He was a healer. He wasn't in it for maximum profitability. He wasn't in it to, let me see how much money I can make in the shortest period of time. He felt that by helping people and by having products that worked and had value, that eventually you would be profitable because enough people would do it. So I've run the company in his honor and in the fashion that he'd be proud to have it run. And that's what's kept us. Every single product we have is as good, if not better, than everything else in that category. Awesome. We would never, I don't care, oh my God, this is going to be a big craze. A lot of people are going to buy this, just throw something out there. No. We have a lot of people that buy every single product we make, and we talk to them. We have a lot of interaction with a lot of our customers. And they tell us, I know when I see something new on your site, I know it's good because it wouldn't be on there. And I go, that's our mantra. We have to continue to operate in that vein. If it's not good, it's not going to be on the site.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I think what you're doing and what you all are doing is great. And especially hearing the story behind the product and how you're also honoring your friend, it speaks volumes. And so to know that there's quality products out that people can try, you can learn discreetly, all of that is fantastic.
It's been an honor to be on here because podcasts like this are our lifeblood. Anyone could do a banner ad, a 30-second, audio ad. Even companies I know that are complete nonsense run these ads. Oh my God, we're this, we're that. And I'm like, no, you're not, but no one knows. And you don't know how many times people bought our product and they'll send an email and they'll say, oh my God, I almost didn't buy this because I've been disappointed so many times. This is so much better. This actually works. And I go, I know. That's what's frustrating because there's so much snake oil and trash out there. Yeah. There's so many people that they get conned because they're desperate and they go online and they look for something and they see these slick advertisements and it's not a really good product. That's why there's no difference in us running an ad and other people saying the same thing and it's not true. We have so many people that order product from our website and we have something called Zigpol where they fill it out. It tells us, only about 8% of people fill it out, but it gives us a good idea. How did you find us? And you have no idea how many people go, I heard your CEO on a podcast. he's passionate, he's intelligent, and you can just see that he really cares and he's really trying to do the right thing. And every single time I reach out, I send an email. Thank you very much. You have my direct email now. Here's my cell phone number. Let me know how you like the products. And they're like, what? They go, is that really you? I go, call the number. And I pick up, they go, oh my God, it is you. And I go, I want to be in touch with our customers. I want to know what they like, what they don't like, what we need to do more of, all that type of stuff. It's crucial for our success. That's one of the ways we've been successful and have been grown, is that we really listen to people. And we don't try to outsmart people. You don't know wherever, but you need this. No, that's not how we operate. We listen. What do you want? What do you need? What would make your intimacy better? And then we go develop it.
I love it. I love it. So for the room, anyone or everyone, not anyone and everyone, please know I'll put it in the comment section. I have a link to the website that will give you 15% off tonight. So go use the link when you go to the website and explore and see and find what you like and try it. Yes. So,
and then go to the website. You see my email. Let me know. I love hearing from people that use our products.
So we're going to put Jeff's email in there so you can let Jeff and the team know what you like and what you don't like, and maybe some other things you might want to suggest to
ask questions. Absolutely, I'll answer everything. Anyone who reaches out gets an answer. I promise you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So, Jeff, you are now officially my co-host this evening.
Okay.
And so we are going to get into the next segment, which is called In Between the Bites. In Between the Bites. So in Between the Bites, we talk about what is happening out here in the world and food world, if it's in dating or what's happening in lifestyle. So in life. Right. So tonight, this week I discovered something, and this made this I have never heard of this before. So y'all, if you know, don't shame me. But I had no idea. Jeff, do you know what swicey is? Swicey?
No, I don't.
I didn't either.
Learning is hard. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it. So this is a trend and it's turning up the heat, and this is swicey. So swicey is like hot honey, because hot honey is still a thing. Right?
Yes.
Everyone is into the hot honey. But this is like sweet, spicy, and crunch all mixed together. So
yeah.
like the chili crisp, and you can add the hot chili crisp onto your pizza with the honey and like jalapeno peppers. It's a whole attitude, and clearly it's everything from pizza to sandwiches. There's even a Lay's potato chip called Swicy, hot, sweet, and spicy. So it might be a little dangerous for some, and could be exactly what some of the rest of us would like. Spicy.
Hey, if that's your thing, have at it.
Right. Right. I was like, okay, but I do like a little sweet and spicy, so I get it. But then there's another thing that I discovered in this search this week, and I thought this was interesting. And again, this is still something that I've never heard of. This is a little softer, a little sweeter, and this is a product that that's been made from it. But butterbeer, never heard of butterbeer. But then I found that there is
for me, absolutely.
You have heard of butterbeer?
No, have not.
Oh, okay. So think cream soda meets butterscotch, and it's a little sweet. It's a frothy type.
I think my insulin levels rising, just looking at all these visuals between
right. So
and this, yeah,
I was like, butterbeer. That's interesting. So it's People are liking it. It's a big thing. Despite the name, there's no alcohol in it. Just it's rich, it's playful, type sugary beverage called beer butter or butterbeer. Never heard of it. Has anybody else heard of it? Y'all think I'm crazy out here? What's going on? Def those anxious thoughts. Gotcha. That's other stuff. Yeah, I just never heard of butterbeer. So that's
Same
what
here.
that was new for me. I was like, okay, all right for the butterbeer. Um, so next we're going to get into our sensual food fact. This is a food or spice that is good for us, good for your body, but also good for the libido. Sensual food fact. And this week, our sensual food fact is almonds. Did you know? So let me tell you about
I do know
almonds.
that. And I love
Mhm.
them. I love
Okay.
I use unsweetened almond milk when I make my smoothies. I love raw almonds. It's a snack that you look in my desk, there's a little thing of raw almonds in there. You go in my car, there's a little thing of raw almonds. That's one of the things that I use in between meals if I feel lightheaded or I need a little snack or I'm running late and I go, man, I can't wait another hour till I eat. I love almonds. That's my go-to food. Love it.
Well, awesome. So let's share with everyone what about almonds. So we have here. So okay, we're not gonna almonds is a little quiet. They're small, but they absolutely know how to do their job. For centuries, almonds have been associated with love, fertility, and passion. Even their scent was once believed to stir desire. And while that sounds a little old school and seductive, the nutrition gives them some real staying power. Almonds are packed with vitamin E, zinc, and healthy fats, nutrients that support hormone production, reproductive health, and overall vitality. Zinc, in particular, plays a role in supporting testosterone, which is connected to libido in both men and women. They're also good for heart health and circulation. And by now, you already know when circulation is flowing, other things tend to flow. And let's be honest, almonds have a little sex appeal. Lightly salt, excuse me. Yeah, well, yes, lightly salted, but lightly toasted, warm, and maybe dripped sometimes in dark chocolate or paired with a bold glass of red wine. Suddenly, this little snack is giving grown and sexy. They're smooth without trying too hard, a little crunchy, a little rich, and very easy to keep around when you want something satisfying. So whether you toss them into a salad, blend them in a dessert, or even enjoy them just straight out the bag, almonds are proof that sometimes the quietest ingredient still knows how to leave an impression because sometimes the smallest can bring the greatest satisfaction. So that is food worth forking. Almonds. I think that works. I think that works, y'all. Almonds.
Works for me. I love them.
Yes. So what are we saying out here? Is it so I'm not sure what this means. Is it warm? Okay, now is it warm or cold? Not sure. And then, great information for women that are experiencing issues with menopause.
Oh,
Yes.
that product is great for women experiencing menopause for many different reasons. Hormone absorption, continuing the ability to moisturize naturally. There's a lot of benefits to that. Keep your libido up.
Very good. Very,
Vitaflux.
love it. And def those anxious thoughts at times.
I
Yes.
think he's referring to earlier when I said those anxious thoughts when you're like on the verge of no return, you feel that ejaculatory response coming, and your partner hasn't climaxed yet. That's
Mhm.
and we're honest. Everyone at one point or another has felt that feeling.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I love it when we have feedback like that.
Right?
They're
Thank
obviously paying
you.
attention and they're right on. The points are well made.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're coming to one of the last segments of the show. Y'all know what it is. This is a great moment. We are getting into, are we going to smash or pass? So, Jeff, this is a moment where you can decide once you see this if this is something you would eat, which is a smash, or if you're like, you know what, no, thank you, we're going to pass.
Pass. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. First one up tonight is
mix ketchup with sour cream, a genius trick I learned with a friend from Italy. Start by placing 1 tablespoon of ketchup into a 450-gram container of sour cream. Add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, the juice of half a lemon, 1 tablespoon of salt. Beat everything very well until smooth and well combined. Now, place 1 kilogram of chicken wings into a large bowl. Add the mixture we prepared, mix everything well, cover the bowl, place it in the refrigerator, and let it marinate for 1 hour. Add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, mix to combine, and set aside. In a large skillet, over medium to low heat, add 1 liter of vegetable oil. And when the oil is hot, add the chicken wings we prepared and fry them until golden brown. That recipe is ready. You may now serve and enjoy it. See you next recipe. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm smashing that. Halfway through, I was passing. I thought they were taking that sour cream and ketchup. I was supposed to drink that. I was like, oh my God. I'm thinking that is the biggest pass ever. And then they put wings on. I'm like, put that on wings and bacon. I'm all down with that, you know? That went from 100% pass to 100% smash immediately. I'm like, you don't have a straw? Put that shit in the cup and drink it. I'm like, get out of here.
Yes, no, we are not going to do that. But I agree.
Smash, double smash.
Yes, I think we all agree that towards the end, in the beginning, we were like, wait a minute. But yes,
almost anything with a wing, I'm smashing. I love wings.
Yes. Yes, I would try those. Yes, I think I would try it. I would try to make it to see how that goes.
Oh, I would more than try it. I'd be called. I love wings. Love.
I love it. Okay, next up. Here we go.
This is the viral cheese croissant hack. So it's basically like the onion ring hack, but we're using croissants. Start by cutting your mini croissants in half and dip it into garlic butter. Add it to your layer of mozzarella cheese, and then I topped with parm. Bake it, and then when it comes out, brush on more garlic butter. This is like garlic bread meets croissants, meets crispy cheese, and it's amazing. And then you could cut it up into pieces and dip it into your favorite marinara.
Oh, double smash. But
Yeah.
if you have the marinara, because I'm not eating that many croissants with cheese on them alone. I got to get that marinara in there so I'm filled up, because that's just strictly carbs if all you're doing is pounding 10 of those, you know?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm forced to like hollow out the thing, that little cone, the baguette, and fill it all up with some marinara sauce. And then
Okay. There's a whole new recipe.
I'm definitely smashing that for sure.
I love it. What are we saying out here? Are we trying it? Are we smashing? Yes. If I said I try it. Okay, very good. Very good. We have some smashes. I think folks are agreeing with you, Jeff. Yes, it's a smash.
Oh,
Definitely
that's
smash.
absolutely smashable.
Smash. Oh yeah, smash. It's butter, bread, and garlic. Like, how can we go wrong?
Come on, yeah. Each one of those alone is smashable, let alone putting them all three together.
Right. Yes. Okay, next up is
This easy all-American dinner will be your new favorite. We're starting off with 2 family-sized cream of chickens on our burrito tortillas. Once we have those emptied out, we're going to grab 1 whole rotisserie chicken that we shredded. We're going to grab some frozen peas, some frozen sweet corn, some frozen carrots. You can use fresh if you prefer. We have some frozen green beans here. And then, of course, we're going to add some cheddar cheese, but this is optional if you don't like cheese in your pot pies. Once we have all those in our tortillas, we're going to mix everything together until it's well combined. Make sure to season. Once this is all mixed together, we're going to grab one more tortilla and then we're going to fold all of our edges in until we get one huge quesadilla. We're going to butter this up super quickly to make sure it gets crispy and then add some more cheese on top. Bake this at 350 for 40 minutes and then you have a delicious pot pie quesadilla. Enjoy.
I might take a bite out of curiosity, but I'm going to pass. It's just too many calories. You know what I mean? All the bread, all the cheese, all the butter. I would rather just dice up that chicken, put some veggies with it. You know what I mean? And just have that than opposed to all the other stuff. I'm a quantity guy. I have a certain amount of calories I take in a day, and I'd have to have one little chunk of that for my whole dinner, and that ain't happening.
Yeah, that was just a big pass.
Yeah.
It
might be tasty, but I'm not going there.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. And I think we're all on the same page tonight. It's a pass. And it was a pass at the Campbell soup can.
I was going to say, I saw Campbell soup. That reminded me of growing up poor. You know what I mean? That was my dinner. I ain't doing that anymore. Give me some fresh soup, from Whole Foods or wherever, where they're chopping up the veggies and throwing it in there. But it's been in a can, shipped across the country, sat on a shelf for 2 weeks. No. I saw the Campbell soup right away. I was like, that ain't happening.
That is not going to happen. Yeah, I think we all can agree.
Everyone says the same thing, passing Campbell soup.
Yeah. Yes. Pass that. No. All right. One more, last one for the night. Here we go. Smash.
Salmon and shrimp are two of my favorites. I'm triple smashing that, okay? If I see salmon or shrimp alone, I'm all over it, let alone salmon and shrimp in the same dish.
That's it.
There was no breading. That looked pretty healthy overall.
Yeah, that was good.
We finished on a high note there. I'm all over that.
Yeah, we did. I think so. I'll say definitely a smash. And
I'm anxious to see what everyone else is saying.
What do we see? Let's see here. Smash without the shrimp. Okay.
Shrimp people, shrimp, you either love it or you don't.
Yep. Smash and spinach with it.
Yeah.
Yep, that works. I love it.
If I was having dinner with that person that said smash but without the shrimp, I'd say throw them shrimp over here, okay? I'm having double.
Exactly.
The shrimp ain't goes to waste. Keep the shrimp in it and
nothing goes to waste.
Toss them over here.
Yes. Well, listen, Jeff, this is the end of the show. This is it.
I like this. This is fun.
Awesome. So listen, one more time, tell everyone how we can find you, the site, what else do you have going on?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, you can email me directly at jeff.abraham, like Abraham Lincoln, ABRAHAM at Promescent, PROMESCENT.com. So jeff.abraham at Promescent.com. You want to buy our product, start at Promescent.com, educate yourself, find out what you need, how to use it, make sure you know how to dose it. So start there. We have a lot of things. We have a brand new product that just came out called Go Solo. It's a men's masturbation cream. We found out that one of the largest growing segments in toys are men's masturbatory problems or products. I wish I was kidding when I say this, but there's a lot of people age 30 and younger who aren't having partners being intimate anymore. It's insane. A lot of younger people want to work remote. They don't want to go into the office. They want to work remote. They get their food from Grubhub or Uber Eats. They order lunch or dinner. It gets delivered. They do their shopping on Amazon. They're not even dating anymore. They're not even leaving the house. It's becoming a really worrisome trend. And a lot of urologists had men that were starting to have chafing and becoming desensitized because they were masturbating without lotion. And because a lot of men, you always see a lot of porn where it's fantasy women masturbating before maybe with their man. I don't know anyone who's ever gone, yeah, I've seen all these porns with a man masturbating. For some reason, the female masturbation experience is romanticized and fantasized about. Men, it's like shameful. So men are, I got to get this over with, but they're doing damage to themselves. So we developed a product that allows men to have a much better experience when they're masturbating, because unfortunately, a lot of people. Now, masturbation in certain forms is fine. Even people in relationships occasionally masturbate just to be in touch with their own sexuality, what feels good, that type of stuff. Or maybe your partner's traveling and you have a high libido and you're kind of horny. So there's nothing wrong with it occasionally. But human touch is essential for life. You want to feel touch. You want to feel connected with someone. So hopefully it leads to that. But we made a product specifically for that. And it's actually selling very, very well. It just shows you how many people like that. Our toys are doing really, really well. We have some delay wipes. They're portable. So if you're just going to a club for an evening, you don't want to carry a small bottle with you. There's a little wipe. It's like a little packet. It looks like one of those swipes that towelettes you use before you give a shot. So that's been a good product for us. We have something called before and after wipes. They have aloe vera. They're a cleansing wipe that if you meet someone at a club and you go home and you go, hey, before we, get down to business, I want to freshen up a bit. You know what I mean? Or when you're done, you go, I want to clean up a bit. So we have these before and after wipes. So we're constantly evolving and adding new products to the site. And we love hearing from people. Hey, I'm getting everything I need there, but here's something I'm getting that you don't have there yet. And we'll work on it. If we can develop something that's equal to whatever's out there, then we'll introduce it. If we can't, then we won't. Got to keep that quality up. We have a standard now. Everything we have on our site has to be as good, if not better, than anything in that category. We're going to stick to that.
I love it. Very good. Very good. So listen, everyone, you know how to get in contact with Jeff. You have the site information. You have the link there for the 15% off. And this is it. And also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, why haven't you? Please subscribe to the channel, join the community, because we can do this together and we'll have a great time.
It's a fun show. I like this.
Thank you. Thank you. So listen, everyone, I will see you next week. And as always, I leave with something upbeat, funny. And this is something I found that I just thought was hilarious. So I hope you enjoy it. And until we eat again, make it food worth forking. Have a good night.
Now that is what I call sports. I'm like, how to focus, breathe. You are the onion. That was the most masculine thing I've ever done in my entire life.